Good afternoon. This is Hal Willis. I'm at the Country Radio Seminar for American Music Channel interviewing Haley Mae Campbell.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yeah, we have several artists that are coming by, so this is our first foray into Facebook Live interviews from an event like this, so we're glad you're here. Tell us a little bit about yourself. You're not from Nashville, I saw that.
No, I'm not. I'm originally from Charleston, South Carolina, so I moved up here a few months ago, and I'm just loving life. It's great. It's great here.
And you were born in New York?
I was, yes. My family is originally from New York, Long Island. My dad told my mom right after I was born, if we move to Charleston, you can save enough in property taxes, you can stay home with the kids. So she packed her bags and they moved down south.
That's a cool place. How'd you like that?
I loved it. It was such a good place to grow up, and honestly, I love going back still. We're going back for a couple shows in March, and it's just a great place to be.
Is there a Navy base there?
There is. There is a big Navy base there, yes.
Okay. I went there once. I remember seeing an aircraft carrier.
Yeah, I actually went to high school, like right next to where the Navy base is. So.
Okay. So you've been playing and singing for a long time.
I have, yes. I've been playing in bars and coffee shops since I was about 12 or 13. So still got a little ways to go before I can get into the bars without playing. But for now, that's how I get in.
It's okay. You're doing good. So you have an album or EP out and a single?
Yes. So I have a single out right now. It's been out for just a year now. It's called Lose My Number, and then the follow-up EP is coming in this spring, March, April time frame. So very excited about it.
You have that on iTunes, the single?
Yes, the single is on iTunes, Spotify. It's probably, hopefully today or tomorrow, about to hit 300,000 streams. So really excited about that.
You've done pretty well in some competitions like that.
Yeah, thank you.
I saw you were a singer-songwriter of the year with.
Yes, I was. Last year there was there's this Carolina Independent Tone Awards for North and South Carolina, and I was honored to win Country Artist of the Year last year. So yeah,
it's a big deal.
It was great. It was an honor. Yes.
And your singles have been on some of the charts.
Yes, so Lose My Number was featured on iTunes, which was crazy because I'm totally independent. I don't know how that happened, but it was featured on the homepage. It was 43, I think, debut on the singer-songwriter chart, which is awesome, and it peaked at 5 on the pre-order chart. So it was a crazy experience.
Have you sold through Amazon or Google Play or those things?
Yeah, my music's available everywhere, so it's on all Google, Amazon, iTunes, Spotify, all those good things.
Do you write your own songs?
I do, yeah. So the new EP,
you would if you're a singer-songwriter.
Exactly. 4 of the 6 songs I wrote by myself, and then the other 2 are co-writes.
Okay. Who do you co-write with?
I've co-written a lot with on this, yes. I've co-written a lot with my drummer. I've been playing with him since we were in the 7th grade, and he moved up here to go to Belmont, so I came right along with him, and we've still kept up playing together, writing together, all that fun stuff. And then the other track, which is probably going to be the next single from the EP, is called Ought to Be, and I wrote that. That was my first ever Nashville co-write, and it's great that it came out so well, and I get to include it on the record. So
it's a real songwriter's town.
It really is.
Unlike just about any other town or genre.
It was a wake-up call for sure when I came here for the first time, because in Charleston, co-writing isn't really something that you do. It's not nearly as popular as it is here, so it was definitely a learning curve, but I'm really, really loving it now.
Is it a big jump from Charleston to Nashville?
It is. I think Nashville still has a really small town feeling like Charleston does, but you get that big city mix in as well, so it was a good move for me, I think.
Just know from being in other cities on vacation, you'll go to a club and they have live music.
Exactly.
After hearing it in Nashville, you're like, that's not very good.
Yeah, you're like, okay, I gotta go home now.
Even the songwriter nights have better musicians and better singers.
Than
they do in a lot of places.
Exactly.
Of course, last time we did that, we were in Key West, and I'm not sure anybody was sober there.
Not sure you were paying much attention to the music, but
we were sober, but not the musicians. So I hear you like to wear sequins.
Oh my gosh,
but not during the day.
A must-have. I have another pair of black jeans that has sequin knees on it, but I thought maybe I should keep it a little bit more calm for my first day. Maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow might be sequins.
I'll come back.
But always on stage, I always wear sequins.
Are you doing a showcase this week?
I'm not. No, unless something shows up that I'm not prepared for.
Well, Dr. Nordstrom has a studio in his basement. We did one interview with the girl from Belmont.
Oh, okay, great.
And we hooked her up with all the equipment. We recorded a song with her.
Wow, that's awesome.
We might do that for you.
Well, there we go.
A lot of people do music.
Stay tuned for that.
A lot of people do music videos that are no more complicated than
right,
that.
of course.
Some of the YouTube stars do it in their basement.
Totally. Yeah, our band studio is in. All my bandmates live together in this house that's probably should be condemned, but they're living there. So we have a basement, and that's where we do all of our practicing and rehearsing, and we record demos and all that fun stuff down there. So it's weird to have a basement. I'm not from a place where basements exist.
That's a big
deal,
yeah. You have too much water over there, I guess.
We can't even have a pool. It's too shallow. So.
Are you performing around town?
I am. Yeah. I'm playing a lot at the Row. So if you pop in there, you might see me play acoustic with my guitarist. So yeah, it's a fun time.
So what are your songs about?
Oh, teenage heartbreak and all that good stuff.
Lost love.
No, less trucks
and
though. I think
dreams.
so. You might be happy to know there's less trucks in my songs than maybe the average country song.
There's a lot of that going around.
There is, definitely.
Everybody's got heartbreaks.
Oh yeah, and that's why it's so fun because it's easy to relate to. I think the music for the first time has really come out exactly how I envisioned it, and I'm just really excited to get this EP out there and kind of have a fresh take on where I'm at right now. So
I'm just looking at my notes again. You did musical theater quite a bit. Tell me about that.
I did. I grew up doing musical theater, and I think that's really where I fell in love with being on stage. So for me, performing is my favorite part of the job. When I get to be on stage and perform and connect with people, that's where I think I really kind of stand out and shine in particular. So when I was younger, I grew up doing musical theater, and not even so much was I hooked on the singing. I was just hooked on entertaining people. So I was Abu the monkey in Aladdin. I didn't have a single line. I didn't have a single line in the whole entire show. I had one tap dance solo, and I got a standing ovation for that. So that was kind of the moment where I was like, this is awesome. This is really fun. I would like to be on stage more often. So from there, it kind of spiraled, and I got a guitar when I was 13, started writing songs, and here I am. So
what other plays were you in?
I was in, I think my other favorite was Beauty and the Beast. I was a napkin. I was a dancing napkin. That was a very starring role for me, as you might imagine. But the musical theater, it was a great segue, I think, into what I have now realized that I really want to do. So it was good. It was a good learning curve.
Have you seen Phantom of the Opera?
I have. I'm obsessed with Broadway. My family from New York, we go at least once a year, and I've seen Phantom of the Opera, Wicked, Mary Poppins, Lion King, Aladdin. I got to see Aladdin. That was like a full circle moment for me. It was the original Aladdin, so there was no Abu the Monkey. It was Aladdin's three friends, but still incredible if you haven't seen it.
I saw Phantom of the Opera in a little opera house in Manchester, England.
Wow.
When my son was traveling playing soccer.
Yeah,
and then I saw it in New York City.
Incredible.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
It's obviously one of the greats,
I'm looking at my notes to make sure I don't.
Yeah, of course. I think you're killing it.
Oh, you've done open for a lot of people.
Yes.
Tell me about that. Who is your favorite?
I think my favorite as far as the show perspective had to be a festival that's actually about an hour from Charleston on Wadmalaw Island. It's actually where they grow a lot of tea for like Lipton and that kind of thing. It's a big tea plantation, but they put on this festival. It's called First Flush Festival. It's like the first flush of tea, basically. And I got to open for... The first year I did it, I was on the second stage, and the headliner was the Avett Brothers, so that was incredible. Got to watch the show and be a part of that. And then the next year, we moved up to the main stage. We got to open the whole festival and open up for Sheryl Crow. So as far as the show itself, that was one of the most memorable experiences I've ever had.
How'd you get that good?
In Charleston, my dad did a lot of work with a pretty famous venue, or maybe one of the only venues we have there, called the Music Farm. And I've done a lot of memorable shows there. We just played there with my friend Mitchell Lee, who was on The Voice this season. And it was a sold-out show. It was awesome. But my dad does a lot of work with them, and I was always just around the Music Farm and around those people, and I would be like, hey, I play country music. I play music. Can I open for, It was just so annoying about it. I think they finally got fed up, and they were like, fine, throw her on the stage, see what she can do. And I definitely took the opportunity and ran with it. So
do you travel with these bands, or just play when they come to your house?
No, I have not. So I would say that's probably one of my next biggest ambitions and dreams is to be an opener, maybe on a leg of a tour or like on a full tour. It's more just kind of one-offs at this point, when they come through my town or, find a connection somehow. But yeah, I've gotten to open for, I think Dan and Shay is one of my other favorites just because they're one of my favorite artists right now, and their new single is absolutely incredible, Tequila, and getting to open for them before they were really successful and kind of broke out like right after the show was maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I think, when I got to open for them. So just getting to see some artists, even Brothers Osborne, I just saw them walk through the lobby. I opened for them, and then like a month later they won a Grammy, and I was like, okay, like,
thanks to you.
Thanks, guys. Like, I opened for Grammy Award winners. That's pretty great. No, but I'm, 1 degree of separation, I think, is pretty good.
That's not a bad story.
Not bad at all. So I've gotten some really incredible opportunities. And from being in Charleston and being in such a small music scene and music community, I was really able to kind of break through and be almost at, the top or near the top of where the music scene is there. So I was kind of a name that got thrown around a lot, I think, for opening opportunities because there just weren't a lot of options, honestly. So that might have played into it a little bit too, but I was definitely thankful for the opportunities.
You got quite a resume.
Thank you. Still working on it.
I guess your parents wouldn't appreciate you going out on the road for an extended tour right now.
Oh, they would love it, honestly. They're contrary to maybe the stereotype, they are really supportive. They've always wanted me to just follow my dream, and they're definitely one of the huge reasons that I was able to move here to Nashville, and they support me, and they just want the best. So they're happy that I'm here right now experiencing CRS, and happy that I'm here with you guys.
What's your most unusual experience opening for acts like that? I won't ask you who was your least favorite.
Oh, no, I don't really think I have a least favorite, or maybe I'm not thinking very much about it, but I think probably there was one in particular where the artist showed up like 3 hours late to the show, and we didn't get to sound check, and we had a 7-piece band, and it was basically, the worst show we've ever played, honestly. We had no monitors. We were just kind of flying by the seat of our pants, and I'm pretty sure the only thing the audience heard was drums and vocals. So
did you have to go on?
Yep, we went on
for 3 hours.
Oh, we waited for 3 hours.
Oh, okay.
And then they threw us up there, and we just went for it. What can you do? What else can you do?
Nobody was happy about that.
No, we were so mad, and it was like 104 degrees or something. Everybody was. It was pretty miserable, but that's Charleston in the summer for you.
What else do you want to tell us? I know you need to.
I don't know. I wish we could. When's my next show? It's a good question. I gotta pull out my. I don't know off the top of my head.
We have some notes here, but I have.
Yes, I'm playing Friday night. Friday night at the Row at 10 p.m. is an acoustic set. So if you are in Nashville and want to come out to the Row, it is. I'm pretty sure it's all ages. They let me in. So, or if you are, I think if you carry a guitar in anywhere with you, they'll just let you in at this point. So, the Row, 10 p.m. Friday night. If you're in Nashville, and hopefully coming to a city near you sometime soon.
And you're an animal lover.
Yes, I am. It's so funny. My dad is not an animal lover, so we grew up with kind of not the stereotypical pets. I had a goldfish for 3 years, a goldfish that lived for 3 years, which is pretty impressive. We had guinea pigs because my dad wouldn't let us get a dog, but I love animals. I've always just been such a huge advocate, and I worked with the Charleston Animal Society on a lot of projects, and including their biggest fundraiser is their annual chili cook-off. So my band performed this year. It's about 10,000 people at the event, so it was pretty crazy, but any way I can help them out or any organization that supports animals, I'm all for it. So
cool, we are too.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to get a dog, but then I think if I get a dog, I'll have to go on tour, and then I won't be able to take my dog. So
okay. Well, thanks for coming by.
Thank you so much.
May Campbell.
Thanks, guys, for watching.
iTunes, and we have you on our site. So,
absolutely.
Right, thanks a lot.
Yeah, thanks so much, guys.